As we were seeing all the numbers like add up, we were going, oh my God, how did it get this bad?
Too many young military families are finding themselves trapped in mountains of debt, not knowing where to turn for help.
As part of our Making It in San Diego initiative, our 10 News reporter Amanda Brandeis explains how a nonprofit is teaching them how to achieve financial freedom to last a lifetime.
As a country, we don't have great financial habits. And what we see is when families enter the military, we put additional burdens on them. And a lot of times this pulls them further into debt.
And many families are suffering in silence.
It was a constant anxiety of, oh God, what if we can't put groceries on the table? What are we gonna do?
Lindsay Adams and her husband Kevin knew little about finances when they got married. Both from the South, she met the young Marine in an airport terminal.
Next thing I know, we got on the plane and he was the seat right next to mine. We wound up being just pen pals because he was going overseas. And next thing I know, he was asking me to marry him.
That was 8 years and 2 children ago. But the debt started building early in their marriage, partly because they were taking out loans so Kevin could visit from Japan.
Nobody really sits you down and says, hey, before you guys get into, a massive amount of debt, here's what you should learn about budgeting.
They later had to pay out of pocket for their move from Oceanside to Miramar because the duty change was less than the military's 40-mile limit. The financial strain felt suffocating.
We were about $40,000 in debt, which was terrifying to me.
It's a real challenge. And I think we're setting these families up for failure a lot of the time.
Tony Teravainen is co-founder of STEP, which stands for Support the Enlisted Project. They work with active duty military in lower pay grades.
Their wage with all their allowances, E4 and below, 100% of them are below HUD's low income level.
Families often don't ask for help until things have gotten really bad, like being on the cusp of an eviction.
Yes. And it happens, we run an average of about 7 a month that we will stop.
STEP not only helps families in emergencies, they connect them with a counselor who teaches them how to be financially self-sufficient.
We had to print out all of our bank statements, we had to bring all of our bills.
And at the end of that process, they're going to have a working budget. They're going to be bringing in more money than they spend.
Families create a plan to get out of debt and have a support system along for the journey.
A success story to me is a family that can change their behaviors.
And with just $10,000 of debt left, the Adams are one of those success stories.
Ask. Go get the help.
Because there's a team of people who care, waiting to give it. Amanda Brandeis, 10 News.
STEP also helps service members during their first 18 months out of the military. The nonprofit relies on monetary donations as well as clothing and toys and other goods.